Time for our series. We call it Kindness 101. I love this series. It's where Steve Hartman and his adorable children share stories built around kindness and character and the people who've mastered those qualities. We could all use a big old dose of that. Today's lesson is about love. Steve and his kids introduce us to a couple who are proof that a full heart can help us weather even the stormiest of times.
Good morning. This is Merrill.
And this is our lesson on love.
Emmett. Scholars, poets, and preachers have all struggled to define this word, but I'm confident you'll nail it. Just don't say it's the opposite of cooties.
I'm defining love as that indefinable emotion that makes humans human.
That's good. But is it a feeling, or is it a connection? Is it a choice you make, or is it something that just kind of happens to you?
It's a connection that you have with someone that makes you feel like you can really trust them.
It's kind of a feeling that just comes naturally. You know, it's not like you can control it.
Yes, love is amorphous, but you know it when you see it. And I've got one story that I think illustrates love pretty well. It's a bittersweet tale, but it'll tell you everything you need to know about true love.
Oh my gosh, let's find the picture.
Peter and Lisa Marshall of Andover, Connecticut are paging through the most memorable day of their lives.
It looked like a lovely wedding.
It was unforgettable.
But he's forgotten it.
He has forgotten it. Who's this? It's the saddest part because you want to reminisce and you're alone in the memory. Red-winged blackbird.
At the age of 53, Peter was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. Eventually, he not only forgot his wedding day,
He's pretty, isn't he?
he forgot his wife. Lisa became just another nameless caretaker, their entire history together permanently erased. And yet, a whisper of their love must have remained, because Lisa says all of a sudden he began courting her, as if they'd just started dating. Until one day, a wedding scene came on TV. Peter pointed to the screen and said, "Let's do it."
And I said, "Do what?" And he pointed again. And I said, "You want to get married?" And he got this grin on his face. And he said, "Yeah." So he fell in love with me again.
Lisa accepted his proposal and staged a wedding for her already husband.
Can't even describe to you how magical it was. How are you? He was so present and he was so happy. And it was very touching.
Peter, you may kiss your bride.
Lisa says Peter hadn't been this lucid in weeks. Unfortunately, it was a Cinderella moment. The clock struck 12, and by the next morning, this wedding too was lost to the fog.
Yes.
But Lisa says she fully expected that.
I'm the one who's going to remember that. And that's going to help me heal later because it really is a true love story.
Alzheimer's can take away so much, but fortunately, love is almost always the last to go.
It's been 3 years since we first told that story. Peter has since passed, and Lisa is now on a mission to help other couples living with Alzheimer's. Lisa, welcome to Kindness 101.
Thanks so much for having me.
In wedding vows, you promise to stay together in sickness and in health. Why do you think that's in there?
Because you don't want to be a fair-weathered partner. And by loving someone and giving your full, whole self, you're giving yourself a gift because it feels so good to love someone else.
There's a saying that it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. But as you know, loss can be really hard. Why is that saying true?
I believe that 100%. I'm very grateful for all the time that I got to spend with Peter, and I try to cherish those memories rather than the grief that I felt afterwards, and that's really what helped me to stay kind and to stay loving and patient.
When I meet someone someday, how will I know it's love?
Oh my goodness, you'll be all Twitter-pated. Your heart will feel really full and happy and peaceful. I think peaceful is the right word.
Well, Lisa, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Like Emmett said at the beginning, love is kind of indefinable. But if someday you find yourself caring for someone so deeply, it seems like there's no word in the English language that could possibly explain your feelings, the word you're looking for is love. We'll see you next time.
And until then, stay kind.
No one can tell these
Always
stories.
love these pieces.
No one can tell these stories like Steve Hartman.
You know, it's funny, when they said got married twice, I thought it was going to be a story about a divorce and then they find each other again. This is so much better than that.
Yeah.
But I love the question about love. Sarah Blakely, who we all know of Spanx fame and now Sneaks fame, when she was getting married and she said to her dad, "How do I know?" Her dad said, "Who you marry will be one of the most important decisions you'll make in your life, but it should be the easiest."
Yes.
You know, it shouldn't be the, is it right? Is it not
No,
right? Do I have
it should
cold
feel
feet?
right.
Yes,
And I think what's
love
remarkable
that.
too about Lisa, the story's incredible, but the fact that Peter fell in love with Lisa again, it says a
Yes.
lot about the soul that Lisa is.
Yes. Yeah.
That you would make that same person who fell in love with you at the first time fall in love with you over and over and over
I wasn't prepared when Steve said Peter has since passed away. I was like, oh.
I know, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah, that got to me.
Their love was so very real.
Yes, cheering you on, Lisa, always.
Boy.
So here's a question. You wish your kids could see these lessons in their school? Yeah, you do. Tell their teachers about kindness101.com. It's a new site just for educators where they can access all the Kindness 101 videos and professional lesson plans to go with each one. These things are knockout.